The Kentucky teen caught on video facing off with a Native American elder at a march Friday now claims he was trying to defuse a situation. He says a look at all of the video tells a different story. CNN's Sarah Steiner joins us now live with more. Sarah, you've been on this story basically from the beginning.
Not quite the beginning, but certainly very early on. And we did take a look at an hour-and-a-half long video that shows the lead up to this face-to-face confrontation between an elder from the Omaha tribe and these Catholic students, including one that sort of stood there, and neither of them moved. And what we found is that it was some adults hurling nasty comments at these kids beforehand that ended up creating this tension. The Catholic high school student who comes face-to-face with a Native American elder in a viral video is now responding. In a statement, student Nick Sandman says the viral video does not reflect the true nature of events when the students arrived at the Lincoln Memorial. When we arrived, we noticed 4 African American protesters who were also on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, he said. The protesters said hateful things. Indeed, a small group of black men who identify as Hebrew Israelites did say hateful things to seemingly everyone around them, including a priest.
Let's make America great again. A bunch of child molesting
and the students.
See how you got these pompous bastards come down here in the middle of a native rally with their dirty ass hat on?
When a black visitor tries to stand up against their rhetoric, he faces hate too.
You got all these dirty ass crackers behind you with a red Make America Great hat again on, and your coon ass, you want to fight your brother.
At first, the Catholic students there for the March for Life are still in small numbers, but more and more show up, watching but not engaging. The small group of men continue taunting them.
A bunch of incest babies. A bunch of babies made out of incest. Right,
Sandman says the rhetoric was startling. Because we were being loudly attacked and taunted in public, a student asked one of our teacher chaperones for permission to begin school spirit chants to counter the hateful things that were being shouted at our group. And they do. At one point, a student removes his shirt and the chants drown everything out. 2 minutes later, you hear a drum beat. That is Nathan Phillips, an Omaha tribe elder, and another drummer. Phillips says it was their attempt to thwart potential violence. The kids danced to it. They began chanting along.
I realized I had put myself in a really dangerous situation, you know. It's like, here's a group of people who were angry at somebody else, and I put myself in front of that.
Phillips, a Vietnam veteran, walks around. Other students avoid him until you see him come face to face with the student who has now gone viral. In his statement, the student says he was the one trying to de-escalate the situation, not Phillips. I believe that by remaining motionless and calm, I was helping to defuse the situation. I realized everyone had cameras and that perhaps a group of adults was trying to provoke a group of teenagers into a larger conflict. Sandman has every opportunity to move back. So does Phillips. Neither do. While they faced off, the kids face more taunting from the Hebrew Israelite group.
This is a bunch of future school shooters.
That's right.
While Phillips maintains he felt the kids were mocking him and being rude, Sandman says it was the adults using hateful words and trying to provoke the kids, not the other way around. Now, Phillips says he still felt as if he were being mocked. There was a point at which the kids used a tomahawk chop, which was considered a mocking gesture during that time. But we should also mention this. The diocese that oversees the Covington Catholic High School in Kentucky did condemn the students' behavior towards Native Americans, saying that they would be investigating. We are still waiting to see what they say now that this other video has surfaced and that they could go through it and see it. The mayor of the city also condemned the kids' behavior vis-a-vis the Native Americans from that first viral video. But I do want to mention this, that the congressman from their district, Thomas Macy, he basically came out in support of these kids. He talked about the fact that in face of racist comments, homosexual slurs, that the young boys refuse to reciprocate or disrespect anyone, even when taunted by homophobic bigots, which was obviously bewildering to them. They insulted no one, and he lastly says, I am proud. It is an honor to represent them. And so, you have a congressman standing up for these kids. You have folks from the indigenous community still saying, look, we feel like they were being disrespectful and mocking, and they believe that they too were trying to calm the situation between the kids and those group of 4 black men who were yelling racist threats at them.
What a weekend. Sarah Snyder, thanks for laying out the facts for us and the video so people can see for themselves. Appreciate it.